The thing about lowrider culture is it's not Mexican, it's not American, it's Chicano. It's created here in the United States by Chicanos. And what better way of honoring this fan base than through lowrider culture? Before I started painting, I was drawing. And what really inspired me to draw was watching my dad draw. You know, he was a phenomenal drawer. And so he was really inspired by his environment. So my dad joined the Army when I was first born. And so we lived in Germany. That was our first place that we were stationed. And so my dad would share stories of growing up in the campo, right? Growing up in the projects where they were really into lowrider culture. And for me and my brothers and my sister, that became who we were, like these stories. This is how I understood being Chicano. And then we were looking at all the subject matter that was in the Lowrider Arte magazines, right? And so I was copying things from different pages, the spider web, the hourglass, the smile now, cry later, all the script. And then through those magazines, you kind of see the expansion of the lowrider culture. So I was contacted through Instagram by the Phoenix Suns, and I just took a chance. I emailed them and it was legit. Turns out it was for the City Edition jersey, and it was celebrating the Chicano culture, la cultura. And so you can imagine how excited I was. So the Suns shared the brief with me, and the one slide that stuck out to me the most was, what does it mean to be Mexican American? We started to look at the fan base and who they were, and we realized that a lot of the fan base are first and second generation Chicanos. And so we thought, what's the best way to honor this demographic? And what better way than through lowrider culture? That's something that's exclusively our own, something that we created. This is the final that we came up with. And it's quick, right? You look at the font and it's almost like it belongs on a basketball jersey. So when we were deciding on the lettering that we were going to use, we've thought about this script style, right? That was really, you see it in Chicano fonts and Chicano lettering, and you also see it in car culture. When you think of like the branding behind Chevrolet or Impala, it's that same script, so it's a connection between both. So as we were thinking about the paint job specifically, we came up, we're thinking about how important the color schemes are. This is a color palette that I've used in quite a bit of my artwork already. And so it just felt natural to kind of create a scheme, a combination of this and then with the teal is kind of how we decided on the color scheme for the actual jersey. That was kind of the one thing that inspired us to do the side panel, to really do some pinstriping and some candy paint on the side panel. So we'd flip this and it almost looks like a car, doesn't it? After this color scheme with from the purples to the yellows, we needed something to kind of balance it out, to really highlight this idea of the turquoise, right? To honor our indigenous roots. Yeah, working on this project was really exciting for me, right? As a creative, being in meetings with the Phoenix Suns, with the NBA, with Nike, knowing that this design was centered around la cultura, Chicano culture. It was just a blessing, a huge opportunity and a huge responsibility too, knowing that this jersey was going to represent our culture.